All right, hello everybody. Today I wanted to come on here and talk about the New York Mets. What is next for the New York Mets after losing Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz in free agency? Well, there's been a lot of rumors, and the Mets have had a pretty big offseason so far with the Marcus Semien trade for Brandon Nimmo, losing Pete Alonso, losing Edwin Diaz, signing Jorge Blanco. They've done a lot of different moves, and moves that the fan base has honestly not enjoyed that much. Is moving on from some of the core that they had pre David Stearns and even Steve Cohen. Now, for the Mets in this offseason is they've got quite a few holes to fill. Is they need a bat or two, because replacing Pete Alonso with Jorge Polanco, that's not gonna do it. Is they're gonna need another bat or two in this lineup, and a rather big bat, I would say. They need another arm in their rotation. I mean, they need somebody, and they may need a starter or two. There's been rumors about them trading Kodai Senga. We'll see if that happens. They probably need a closer too with the loss of Edwin Diaz. You know, could Devin Williams close? He could. He's been a good closer at some times. We'll see what he does on the Mets after his ugly stint with the Yankees last year. So what options are there out there that could fill this void for the Mets? So at first base, I think Ryan O'Hearn's a good option for him. Luis Arias would be an option too. Paul Goldschmidt has been rumored around with him potentially being there to platoon with Jeff McNeil at first base as a potential thing. I could also see him being interested in Nakamoto from Japan or Murakami. And there's still the ultimate chance that they would sign a big free agent like Kyle Tucker or Cody Bellinger or whatever. That's still very possible. I don't necessarily think it will happen, but Cody Bellinger would be an awful good fit there. For starters, there's been a lot of rumors about them and Framber Valdez, that there's a lot of interest there. I wouldn't be surprised if they'd bring back a guy like Chris Bassett or a Michael King or Zach Gallen. I mean, there's a lot of these top guys that I would expect them to be interested in, and Amaya too from the NPB. They've shown some interest in the bullpen. I mean, as far as closers, most of the better ones are off the board, to be honest. But Pete Fairbanks wouldn't be a bad addition here, or maybe bringing in a Brad Keller who had a breakout season last year, is something like that. I mean, it's going to be really hard to replace the production of Edwin Diaz, but they can try. So yeah, that's kind of what's next for the New York Mets, and we'll see what they end up doing this offseason. It's going to be an intriguing one.